have you spoken to Draymond? Did you speak to him?
Yeah, he just spoke to the press scrum here in Houston. He essentially gave a statement. It was probably about a 3-minute statement on the KD situation. He didn't dive too much into it, but he gave that, and then he didn't take questions afterwards.
So, can you paraphrase what he had to say then, Chris?
Yeah, essentially he said, at times he allows his emotions to get the best of him, but he said he's not going to change that because more times out of not, that's exactly what the team needs at times. That's how he thrives, and he basically said people that was trying to write the narrative of this is going to be the Warriors kind of end of their dynasty. You say, I'm sorry to disrupt that, but that's not going to be the case. You say him and Kevin spoke. I believe they spoke this morning, and he said they're good and they're moving forward. And so that was kind of his message to everybody, is that this is not what's going to derail them from trying to attempt their third consecutive championship. And he said for those who think that this was the nail that hit the head, he said that's not the case.
Okay, so he's accepting responsibility for whatever happened in between.
He didn't apologize, Rich. He didn't apologize. I didn't catch an apology in that time, and he didn't say that he apologized to Kevin Durant as well. I don't know if that took place or not, but I didn't catch that in his 3-minute statement.
Well, just for all due respect to some of our viewers and listeners' earmuffs, your headline of sources, Draymond Green suspended after calling Kevin Durant a bitch, is a very rare headline to see. So can you put any more information around all that as to what did in fact happen in that huddle in between regulation and overtime in Los Angeles this week?
Yeah, well, basically it got to a point, we all know that, Draymond, before that huddle, Draymond grabbed the offensive rebound and proceeded to drive up court. It's almost like he ignored Kevin Durant, pounding for the ball, clapping for the ball. And it got to a situation when they got to the huddle, Durant called him out about that. And I think Draymond was just a little bit embarrassed and taken back at that time. Draymond, you at times you'll see Draymond talking that way or getting on players that way, but it's rare you see players getting on him about that. And I think he was just caught in a situation that he's not accustomed to, and he went off, and it got personal. And I think when you look at the huddle, you would see Durant, his face kind of changed, like, whoa, you go in there. He went personal with the B references and talking about the free agency situation, about that's holding things up, and it just took it to a place where it wasn't supposed to be when you're in the heat of a battle and competition. So, this was, I know people talk about, those two have dust up before, but obviously this was something different. The organization felt they had to jump in and apply discipline. So, Dre claims that this is they moved on past it. And he said he's not going to change, and so it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds, particularly when we do get to free agency in the summer.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.